Is it better now? Can you hear me now? Still no? I don't know what the deal is with this, dude. Yes, no? Is it better now? Okay, there we go. Cool. So who wants a card? Still no? I don't know what the deal is with this, dude. Blessed, would you like a card? What's up, Rod? How you doing, man? So, blessed and favored coming from Periscope. Do you want a card still? Are you still with us? If not, Regan, what is your question and how can I help you? So right now we are just kicking it, people, so feel free to ask whatever. Austin, what's up, man? Austin, you got 4 of Cups, bro. 4 of Cups is about contemplation and apathy, saying that you're not taking some action on something. Typically, Cups is about emotions, so you're not taking action on processing some of your emotions or working through something. So it's telling you to own up a little bit and face whatever you're hiding from. Give me 1 second, trying to invite somebody. Hey, what's up, Mrs. Weinberg? How are you doing? So I guess I can't do what I was trying to do. But who else wants a card? Just let me know. Regan, I'm going to assume that you want a card, right? That's good that you're doing great, Mrs. Weinberg. Happy to hear that. I don't know what the deal is with this tonight, dude. Come on, people. Ask some questions. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Austin. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Jenny, yeah, I got you. You got Regan in front of you, then I'll get to you, Jenny. Regan, 2 of Cups in reverse. 2s are about duality. Cups are about emotion. This is about imbalance and quarreling. So sometimes this imbalance can be within yourself, and sometimes the argument can be within yourself as well. It doesn't always have to be external, but it shows conflicting emotions and kind of butting heads. Yeah, no worries, Mrs. Weinberg. Nobody's obligated for the full session. Shit. Jenny's in front of you, Mrs. Weinberg. Hey, what's up, Tina? How you doing? Jenny, you have the 8 of Cups in reverse. 8s are about change. Cups is about emotions. This card is really about having so many interests that you never actually accomplish anything, or having so many things vying for your attention that you never follow through. So it's really inviting you to pay attention, stick with the energy of something, and get actual results. So channel all your attention and energy into one specific outcome. Oh, congrats, Austin. Happy for you, dude. Last I saw, you were going through a bit of a rough spot, so I'm glad things have turned up. So, Tina, you are after Mrs. Weinberg, actually. Mrs. Weinberg, you got the 7 of Cups in reverse. So 7s are about faith. Cups are about emotions. This is about having faith in your emotions and sticking through, even though things might be difficult at times. It is about determination and decision making, and kind of following through with a commitment, even though it might not always be easy. So next we got Tina. Then we got Rathika. Yeah, Rathika, you can ask a question while I'm pulling for Tina. And then I'll draw a card on it. Tina, balance card in reverse, or temperance card in reverse. Temperance card in reverse typically is about, what's the word I'm looking for? not necessarily being moderate in something and needing to slow down and find a little bit more balance or moderation in how you're approaching a situation. Knowing a little bit about you, I have a feeling that we're very similar and kind of both going all in. And this is asking you to not go all in or like not see everything in so black and white. Learn to incrementally apply yourself to certain situations. So, Rathika, shoot your question. Austin wants to know if I'm still drinking tea. I don't necessarily drink tea that much anymore. I need to get back into the habit. I drink coffee and then I drink this non-psychoactive like mushroom like coffee blend where it's like chaga mushroom and some other stuff. I mix it all up because the other stuff is so expensive. Like buying mud water is super expensive. Will your boyfriend post you on his Instagram in July? Is Rathika's question. Let's see. Cards do come up favorable for that. One thing I would say though, Rathika, is if I don't know how long you've been with him, but if you've been with him for a while and he still hasn't put you on his Instagram and it's like a waiting game, you might want to find somebody else, right? Probably not a good relationship. Judy is asking if she should start the search for a job now or later. We'll go with if you should start it now because later would be implied. Cards come up really now isn't the time to do the job search. You're welcome, by the way, Tina. Judy, it's saying you have the Empress card come up. Empress card is really about letting this natural cycle fulfill itself. It's about abundance and nurturing and growth. So right now it's saying more so kind of water yourself and invest in creating a better environment for yourself, more so than looking for a job. Sometimes I think we're so quick to try to look for solutions to certain things that we miss real opportunities. Hey, what's up, Zenny? How you doing? I gotta drink some water, dude. That's the one thing about all this, right? When I'm like live, yeah, I mean, cards say don't look for a job now. So if you're in a job, stay where you're at, and just be a little bit more patient is what this indicates. One of the things that might be really helpful is I listen to an astrological report for the rest of the year. And typically I don't invest a lot of energy in astrological reports just for my own personal reasons. But the ones that this particular group of people did last year, or for the first half of this year, was really spot on. And it said the second half of this year is going to be somewhat challenging too. So the best piece of advice in general is not to make any major decisions for the next half of this year, and to also kind of hunker down and stay in a safe position. Like, don't do any major growth. Austin, knowing you, I'm not going to draw cards on this, but I'm going to say you probably should like use logic and not follow your heart. Because I think a lot of times following your heart has fucked you over, just because I know you personally. Even though I haven't really known you in a long time. I would say be a little bit more rational about it. Angie, yeah, you can have a card. What is your question, Angie? Shoot. But for pretty much for the rest of this year, if you have any big decisions, the overall energy of everything is take the more safe and calculated route, unless you have substantial evidence to support making stepping outside of your comfort zone. Hey, what's up, Sally Ann? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome, by the way. Zenny says she's doing fantastic, spends most of the morning at the park and that she loves, and meditated, met some cool people. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty okay. Am I getting any rest? I took half of Friday, all of Saturday and Sunday off, so I got rest the whole weekend, and then started this week off well. Last night I couldn't sleep, so I'm already kind of exhausted, and I have a couple big commitments, but I'll be fine. Angie wants to know about romance. So the card you got, Angie, is Ace of Wands in reverse. This is about procrastination and laziness. typically when it comes up in this position. So I would say that you have a potential to find a partner that might talk a really good game, but that doesn't actually invest in anything. Or if you're with somebody, it could show that connection petering out a little bit. Just be really mindful of it. The other thing is you can have a partner who's draining your energy and exhausting you. The upright meaning of this card typically is about inspiration and creation and kind of creativity. Yeah, you can definitely have a card, Sally. Any particular question, or you just want a general card? Hey, take it easy, Austin. Stay out of trouble, man. Zenny, I'm working on getting more rest time. The big thing for me is I have more rest time now than I did last year, but I still have a lot of work to do. Next year, this time, I should be able to rest a lot more. Sally, general card for you is 9 of Cups. 9s are about fruition. Cups are about emotion. This typically is about comfort and satisfaction. So feeling emotionally satisfied, feeling peace and calm, like being in a good place in your life, right? It's a pretty good card to get overall. You'll have to pardon me for 1 second. My allergies have been bothering me. I got to blow my nose. Excuse me. Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Thanks, everybody, for bearing with me for a second. Zenny, did you want a card or no? No, I'm not coming down with anything. I was actually messing with incense. Like I have a stick of incense going, and the powder from that messes with my nose. Also, there's a lot of pollen. Now, if I was coming down with something, it would be a lot worse off than that. Tina, are you still here? I didn't realize that you tipped me. Tina, if you're still here, let me know. I'll give you a couple more cards. Anybody else want a card? If not, I'm just going to draw a general one. All right. General card it is. So this is from a animal card deck. Same artist that does the tarot deck that I'm using right now. It's a very pretty deck. Sea serpent comes up. So in some way, this is kind of about understanding that some of your emotions are mythical, and sometimes we make situations a lot more emotionally charged than what they are. So this is inviting you to temper all of your feelings with a little bit of rational thought and learn to diffuse some of the difficulties of whatever you're experiencing. Hey, what's up, Leila? I just saw you drop that heart. It's almost like the card that I just read was just for you, right? Like you tuned in at just the right time. Oh, now it's coming up. So the heart was a little bit before. So anybody else want a card, or are we just hanging out here? Let me see how long have I been on for? Looks like I got about 15 minutes. I've had Bigelow stuff called sleep before. My big issue with last night was I drank coffee later on in the day, and then some of the conditions I have too, like naturally keep me up. The benefit of everything is I'm able to channel like when I can't sleep into productivity typically, so it works out okay. It just throws off my rhythm, but it is what it is. Zenny, do you want a tarot card or do you want a spirit animal card? Yes, no? All right, Zenny, I'm just going to draw whatever pops up for you. See how it fits your life. You got the cheetah. Honestly, the cheetah is about moving fast. Sometimes maybe moving a little bit too fast and not necessarily seeing all of the beauty in a situation, and really needing to learn to slow down. I have a feeling that you slow down in certain aspects in like real life, but I also have a feeling sometimes you move too quick in other aspects, is what this card would suggest. Oh, you're good, Mrs. Weinberg. I'm just explaining kind of my own situation. Hey, what's up, Perry? How you doing? What's up, Praveen? How are you? Yeah, Praveen, I'll draw a card on your career. And if anybody wants more than one card, feel free to drop a tip. Tips get you bumped to the front of the line, and they also get you an extra card. Okay, so Praveen wanted to know about their career. Two of Cups comes up. Two is about duality. Cups is about emotions. This is actually about partnership and attraction. So it would show the potential to, I don't know what you do as a career, but connecting with a potential business partner, or potentially meeting a romantic partner where you work, if that's an option for you. There's a sense of, what's the word I want to look for here? Partnership or connecting with like-minded individuals, typically for the benefit of an outcome. But as far as anything else about the career, I would take this as emotional satisfaction. So typically, if you're emotionally satisfied, the money and everything else like that falls in line as well. Oh, you're welcome, Zenny. Perry, did you want a card? Nicole, are you here? Rachel Scott, what's up, Rachel? How are you doing? Would you like a card, Rachel? Yeah, I'm creeping on my lives to see who else is there, because the way that I do this, I do it through a third party thing, so I'm not always on Facebook. I can't always see who's paying attention or who's watching. But if anybody else wants a card, can you ask your question in like a concise way, Perry? Because this is really just like one quick card. It's not like a deep reading. This way I can get a lot of different people. If people do want private readings, have a nice night, Mrs. Weinberg. No worry, Perry. So what I had said is, can you kind of make it a concise question? Because this is like a one card reading. If people would like longer readings, typically that would be donation based, or booking a private reading. Aw, thanks, Annie. You're a sweetheart. I actually have to ask you to do a video review for me at some point, Zenny. Maybe I'll kick you down with a free reading or something for it. Rachel, so you want a card? Hey, what's up, Heather? Rachel, if you're still here, Four of Wands in reverse comes up. Four is about stability. Wands is about creation or manifestation. So this is actually about attunement or rite of passage. This is really saying that you are able or capable of creating something meaningful, and right where you're at right now is the big turning point for whatever you've been investing your energy in. So just keep pushing on, keep investing that energy, and things are going to start shifting for you in a big way. Rachel, was the dream you had about in regards to them accurate? Sure. Let me check. And Heather, if you want a card, let me know. Hey, thanks, Ashley Ash. So Perry, cards came up as a no for the dream about them being accurate. So I would take that with a grain of salt, but it's always important to kind of consider that maybe we're seeing things wrong. Oh, you're welcome, Rachel. Ashley Ash, did you want a card? Let's see. Okay. You're welcome, Perry. Hope that helps. Well, we got some more dead air. I'm going to draw another animal card kind of for the collective and just see what comes up. Sea serpent came up again. Oh, man, I had that one earlier. Just in case y'all missed it, sea serpent really is about the potential to understand that our emotions, most of the time, we're making things bigger than what they are, and we really need to apply a little bit more practicality to how we're feeling. Earthworm comes up this time. Earthworm really is this tenacious spirit that has the ability to go on despite any hardships or obstacles they might be facing. Pardon me for 1 second. Oh, man, that incense is not working with me tonight. But it's also this ability to, earthworms have multiple different hearts. So we can have different parts of our life be shut off, but still keep going no matter what. Ashley, do you want a tarot card or do you want a spirit animal card? And anybody else that's just coming in, feel free to ask. What's up, Olivia? What's up, Alexandra? Olivia, do you want a card? Ashley, you did not give me an answer about the card, so I'm just going to draw one for you. We'll see what comes up. You got the hawk. This is just learning to step back, take a loftier view of everything, look at things a little bit more from the higher perspective. Also, hawks are air element. Air and esotericism really is all about the mind. So this is asking you to apply more logic and rational thought to whatever you might be experiencing. The other thing about this too is, what's the word that I want to say here? Learning to coast a little bit, right? Because a key aspect of the hawk, they don't always flap their wings. They kind of let the air currents carry them. And I think that sometimes we forget that we have that same ability to coast. And it's not like a bad thing. Some of our modern philosophy of life makes it a bad thing, but it's not bad in reality. Conchita, you have such a cool name. Yeah, I'll draw a card for you. Do you have a question or do you just want a general reading? So we'll hang out for a couple more seconds and see what they say. Oh, you're welcome. I have to excuse me for 1 more second. I got to go blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Thank you for your patience. And here's your card, Conchita. Daughter of Cups in reverse. So Daughter of Cups is relative to Page of Cups in traditional tarot. Pages are about messages. Cups are about the emotions. This is actually being somewhat lost in your emotions. Typically, this card is about being too much of a dreamer. A dreamer can be a really good thing or it can be a really destructive thing. And the other aspect of it is quixotic, which is relative to the novel of Don Quixote. Don Quixote was this person who was somewhat delusional, and I'm not calling you delusional, but his whole thing was he was off chasing giants, but really it was windmills. And I think that this might be saying you might need to look at a situation a little bit more practically and kind of reduce it and turn this mountain into a molehill and simplify your life a little bit. Hope that helps, Conchita, and I hope I didn't say it in a dickish way. Not my intent whatsoever. Let's see. Okay. Anybody else still here? I've been going now for close to 30 minutes. I'm going to hang out just a little bit longer, and then I got to hop off. If nobody else wants a card, I'm going to draw one for me live while I'm waiting, because I feel like I got to pull a card for one more person. Let's see. My card for me is the Page of Swords in reverse. So pages are about messages, swords are about the mind. This is about not listening to a message from my mind. It's about inhibition or self-conscious. And honestly, despite feeling comfortable doing this, sometimes I can be a little bit inhibited or self-conscious, and it's something that I really have to work out. So that was pretty accurate for me as well. Let's see. We'll wait for one more person, and then I'm going to hop off of here. Does anybody else want a card who has not gotten a card? Anybody else? I'll give it one more minute. Huh. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in and checking this out. I'm going to draw one last card just for the collective. Then we're going to close it down. Hope everybody has a blessed night. Last card that comes up is the fox. The yellow aspect of this is relative to the navel chakra. Navel chakra is all about self-confidence, willpower, and the ability to process and kind of reflect on difficult situations. Fox is also crafty. Sometimes you got to be a little bit sneaky and sly to navigate the obstacles and twists and turns of life. So just kind of embody that fox energy of confidence and cunning, but also flexibility, right? Hope y'all have a blessed evening, and I will see you all again next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, either on my personal page, YouTube, or wherever you're seeing this. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a blessed night, everybody. Peace.